And what's going on? This is your boy Joe Fontaine, and I had a email. I had a couple of questions actually, and what I'm going to be doing right now is go a little more advanced with machine because you guys have been watching some of my previous tutorials, so you guys are getting pretty good with it. You know, more advanced users, you guys might want to probably skip past this, but for the new people, this could be pretty interesting. I had a question as far as this map icon here. Uh, they were getting confused as far as mapping their sounds out, the drum sounds in a map. And I can understand that. I can like totally relate because I remember when I was first starting on Machine, this screen right here would drive me drive me bangy, and I could not figure it out. So it's very simple actually. The principles that apply to it is pretty much the same as routing, or rather mapping sounds aside contact. Just has a little bit of a little trick to it, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you the trick to that. So let's go ahead and get into it. For example, you could do drum sounds and map them out, but just for time saving factors, we don't want to run too long. I'll just jump over here. I got some vocal samples right here, so let's just use these for an example. So let me go ahead and just drag these in. Okay, and we'll drag those in like that. Now, keep in mind that that's not auto mapping. You have to take the initiative to map out these sounds. Everyone is different, and you can control the volume like so. You also can control your low note and your high note. Okay, so we'll jump on the first one. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll map it out. Just give me a sec. I got my I'm holding the mic at the same time, so I'm trying to get used to this by doing it with my hand. I normally don't even use my left hand. All right, so let me go ahead and zoom in on that. And there you go. So that's how you map out your sounds, and then you can, you keep going down the line here, doing whatever you need to do. Like if I was to touch my Midi controller, 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. You get those sounds right there. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, get it. So I can go ahead and I can, slide them in the same choke group. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. See it follows through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. Dun 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 dun. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Nah, I'm just bugging, man. But that's how you gotta do it, man. You just go ahead and but for example, if that was a kick, a snare, a hi hat, whatever, you just go ahead and you line them up all the way through the map. That's one way. I'm gonna reset that. And I'm going to show you another example. Something that I find to be really fun also is custom sound design. In my VIP database, I have a Motif ES8 kit that I have in there. And the cool thing about sound design, man, is like, you literally can get so original and so creative. I love to be original, creative. I like to have things that nobody else has. So that's what makes you unique and stand out in your music a lot more. So let's say, for example, here goes some custom sounds I was making right here, right? And let's say if I take these synth sounds, same principles apply. You can control the volume. You can stack these sounds, okay? You can take these sounds and drag them in again, stack them on top, and have another layer lower. You can tune them up, tune them down, throw them on another sound, hand one sound to the left, another sound to the right, and tune them up different. You can get different effects that way. Just go bananas, man. But let me just go ahead and show you this right quick. I want to give you the basic principles because, I'm not going to get too far subject because it might confuse some people. So let's go ahead and do this first. The only bad thing is just, doing the wrench time. It's the only bad thing about it. So probably what what I'll do too is I'll go ahead and I'll throw this inside the VIP database, this session kit. So then that way you can take it and just tear it apart. That way you can get in there and the work's done. And you can see what's going on a lot easier that way. I like speed sometimes. I know sometimes I like, man, just give me the file. That's what I feel like doing right now, man. But just for the sake of demo. All right, we're almost there. We got this last one. Wait, no, that's not right. I got so many like algorithms and compilations in my mind right now. It's like crazy. All right, and let's zoom in on that. And there you go, custom sound design. You can come here and then you can tune them up. We want to, let's say, set a polyphony for 2. I find that to be a comfortable setting. Let that follow through. Make sure that they're cutting each other off because basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a custom synth like. Okay, you follow me? So we got 4 sounds. They're all mapped. That's step 1. Now let's go to step 2. Step 2, this is the important part. Step 1, leave your root note C1 alone. Don't touch it. Go to 2. Get this thing sensitive. 1. 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Now we should be able to play the synth. And then on your last one right here, if you wanted to extend the range on that last one, it'd be like. I find that to be kind of glitchy when you do it like that. I find it better to map out each individual sound like this. You can come here and control, duplicate all the way down this range and do it that way. But I just find it easier to. Then you come in there and then you adjust the sound. Like if I lower the volume on that. Well, I can't even hear it that low. I thought I would be able to hear it, but let's try about right here. You could barely hear that. All right, so now we're on this sound tab. What we can do is we can jump over here to 2. This is more or less getting into macros. Let's say if I throw a maximizer on that, and here's the amount. What I can do is I can right click on this. We can assign a macro control, assign macro 1. Now I don't have my machine controller hooked up, but you know how it goes. You know, you move the knob and this will move up and down like so to control that. So when you're over here on group, you go over here to MCR. MCR simply means macro control. You got 8 assignable macro controls, and you can create chains of effects with this. Okay, so let's say if I go back to the sound maximizer, I assign this to macro control 1. See right there it says macro 1 amount. Okay, so now when I'm over here on the MCR tab, the amount shows up. See right there, it names it. Normally it would be blank like this. It would be just like a bunch of lines. These are unassigned macros. This is an assigned macro. Okay, so now I can take this macro, whether it be in real time or whatever, and when I play the synth sound, I can control the amount of the effect just shown here, which is showing the maximizer. Check it out. Okay, so you see how that works. You know, it was as I moved the knob up, the sound got louder. You know, and you can go into building custom effect change. You know, you come over here. You might want to add, I don't know, a little reverb. Let's say the size of the reverb. I want to assign that to a macro control use 2. Go back to group, go back to MCR. Now here's the size. Right here, macro 1, the amount is the maximizer. This right here is the size. You know, right here, if you want to right click, you can take the assignment off. You can hit enter Midi learn mode. You can assign it, for example, this screen. I'll show this in a future tutorial. This is more or less like if you're in another DAW, like the what do you call it? The controller editor program. You can use the CC Learn to map it out like in a snap, like in 2 seconds, like so fast. And that's basically how that works. Okay. So now we got the size mapped. So same thing. Okay, so now we're controlling the reverb through a macro knob. You know, you can take these knobs and, you know, if you want to switch them around, you know, you can change the order just by doing this right here. If you want to put a little blank. Well, I can't move the blank one. I thought I could, but I can't. But you can move these around as far as changing the order. Like, see how it took the maximizer off of there? You can move these around whatever position that you need them to have. All right, so this is your boy Joe Fontaine of Joe Fontaine Music. I'm not going to run too long on this one. Just want to show you how to do a little custom sound design and assign your macro controls. I'm going to try to keep these tutorials as brief as possible when I'm getting a little more advanced, because if I run too long, your mind might go somewhere else. So I think it's better to keep it short, simple, right to the point. It's easy. It makes it a lot less complex. I hope this really helps you out as far as learning these controls, because I know it drove me crazy when I first was learning it. So again, this session file is called Sound Design and Macro Controls. I'll save this session. I'll put it on my desktop. I'll zip it up. I'll throw it inside the VIP database. So then that way you can go in there. You can just rip it apart and, you know, start practicing on it. All right. So it's boy Joe Fontaine of Joe Fontaine Music. Again, the VIP membership is only $9.99. No monthly fees. I repeat, no monthly fees. It's a one-time charge. $9.99. It locks you in for a lifetime subscription of whatever I'm doing. If it's session files such as this one right here, I have a Yamaha ES8 contact kit, um, practice session files, chop samples, drum kits, HD drum kits, beats. I mean, just any and everything that I do, anything on my website is in there up for grabs, and there's no monthly fee. So it's a cool way to learn, man. I feel information should be open source. I don't charge for tutorial videos or anything like that. Some people do, I just don't. Um, yeah, I just believe information should be an open source. Knowledge should be something this is just my personal opinion, is something that should never be charged for. I charge for services like drum kits and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna run too long, man. It's your boy Joe Fontaine of Joe Fontaine Music, and I'm out. Peace.